Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Acrisure. Return coming here from the 12. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Lamar off the play fake. He rolls to his right. On the run. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
14.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Cut.
Taking the handoff, now Wilson. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. He's got a gain of 6 there. Justin Matabike making that stop.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Dicker connects there. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. Now he's past the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. On first and 10, it's Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking to throw, Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore! So the Ravens will try for 2. Jackson throwing for it. He's on the move. And the 2-point try is good. He reaches the end zone and gives them a 5-point lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. For Darrell Patterson, now to return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he's able to drive up past the 40. Working quickly here. This is Harris on 2nd down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. That one's cut along the left sideline.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On play action now, Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. Putting the receiver in motion. Running behind center with Harris. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
19.
A handoff for Williams, running left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Cut near the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's go double.
Harris can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
They'll run with Harris. And he's in for the touchdown. The Steelers get some late points and the lead. Najee Harris, the touchdown. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on first down, they go right back to the ground and score just one play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that first down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers take a slim 2-point lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Deontay Hardy to return. Returns looking good so far. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Finding Flowers. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down, here's Lamar. Henry on the catch. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. From the 28. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Lamar throwing again. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. All right, all set up now. First and 10. Jackson yet again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Ravens calling on Justin Tucker for the field goal. From 37 yards in the right hash. Tucker's kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Patterson now to return it. He'll have a long field ahead of him, partners. He's wrapped up shy of the 15. Here comes the final play of our first half.
What?
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Let's go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
50.
Second down here, another give to Harris. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Play action, it's Wilson. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Running left is Harris. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Warren will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Henry. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. Only a yard on the play, and that takes us to the end of quarter number 3. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Offense up to the line fast. He's back to throw. Escapes the pocket. The ball is out. Steelers have it, headed the other way. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. They've got 1st down from the 31. A give left side. Here's Harris. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Najee Harris, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he breaks even on the decision to leave the end zone by getting that to the 30 before going out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. First down throw for Jackson. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself. And this one doesn't go far.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Jackson now on 3rd. That's completed right side. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They send a man in motion. From the 18 on 2nd down. He's on the move. Taking off with it again.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the 1st down.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Steelers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago.
EA Sports in the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. Now return coming from the 7. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
Okay, ready,
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home. They'll try again here. Second and 10. To throw, it's Purdy. The second down throw is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll motion over Samuel. On third down, it's Purdy. This throw, left side, caught by Kittle.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Has his man, it's Samuel. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down. Back to the air again is Purdy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Back to the air is Purdy. In trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Third and long. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Jacob Pally, the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he will go all the way. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown San Francisco. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9. Another run here with Harris. 14 on the pickup. That's a Steeler first down. They'll give it to Harris again. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. The big defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, brings that one to an end. On second down, a run with Harris. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Steeler first down. We are through one. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, it's Jaylen Warren. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Harris. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Now Russ. That is intercepted. Big opening up the middle. Accelerating toward midfield. Still going. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, 49ers. Nothing better than a big man touchdown. The defensive lineman comes up with a pick six. Celebration time for the guys up front.
Yeah, Mike, and you can always see which guys have a little running back in their pass, because this big guy, when he got his hands on the ball, he was not being stopped until he found himself in the end zone.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Patterson now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Fight. Alert, alert, alert. Start.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
One left. Fight.
Here's a run. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. And he missed it. That's a rare miss for the veteran. And they are unable to add on the point after. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll motion over Samuel. 1st and 10. Purdy. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
He's going to look for the home run ball. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Now Purdy. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
A huge play just before the half. 38 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. It's 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner out. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. To throw again is Wilson. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, in the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category, but the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line. So, halftime here. It's the visitors, the 49ers, who are on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. They're likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Patterson now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Whoa! And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They go play action with Wilson. That's down the field and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. And a good return here. He is out of bounds up past the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's complete to Kittle, the tight end. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. On 2nd down, it's McCaffrey. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle. On 3rd and 1, here's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. To throw once more, it's Purdy. He's going to be taken down here. The defense comes up with a sack on the final play of this 3rd quarter. So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
3rd and goal, Purdy. That's hauled in at the 2.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding a hot hand, and rightfully so, until this defense...
And he's going to be taken down. Could not get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over. Stopped on 4th and goal. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Russ. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Ready up. 19 tight. 19 tight. There we go. Set. Track 6.
Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Let's go now.
On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. They'll look to run with McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Patterson now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This is first and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
12.
They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. It's into the hands of Pickens once again. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That is caught. What a throw. Pat Fryer move. Touchdown, Steelers.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's first and 10.
Let's go. Go. Buffalo 18. Go.
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They run once more with McCaffrey. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Here's first and 10.
12. 3 minutes.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State Seminole. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Purdy down to a knee. And that should be the final snap of this game. So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone. With a new stadium rising just to the west of us, for now we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from Buffalo. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is James Cook. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1 with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. 3rd down, 3 to go. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Here we go on 4th down with Allen. And he's going to have the Bills' first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
4th and short, initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the first down, and keeps this drive alive.
They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
That's into the hands of Coleman. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
This has been a solid opening drive, knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And he will do it himself. He's in. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And he'll get about 5. So after 1, the Bills with the early advantage. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the give, it's Harris. And he'll get forward for a couple. It was Rasul Douglas that time to end the play. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off. It's DeMar Hamlin. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They go play action now. Here's Allen. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Now inside the 25. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. 2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. A design run here for Allen. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Now a design run. It's Allen. And he will take it in himself. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rasul Douglas. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they...
He is in. Khalil Shakir Touchdown, Bills.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Now Baz to tack on the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. So we have come to halftime here at Orchard Park with the Bills out front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Look that. What?
On first down, Wilson. He'll let this go for Pickens. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
19. Fair.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That's Daquan Jones getting in there to bring him down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Now Russ. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's going to be caught. He will have the conversion and more. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on fourth down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the handoff, it's Harris. And he's into the end zone. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers get back in it. It is 21-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. On first down, it's Allen. That's caught downfield by Cooper. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. And some good blocking, springing up a gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
A design run here for Allen. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3.
And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the 1st down.
They're going on 4th down. Allen. He'll try to run for it.
There's nothing worse than having to settle for a field goal when you're in the red zone. So they roll the dice here. They leave the offense on the field, and boy, does it pay off. Great job by the quarterback extending this drive with his legs. And he sets up 1st and goal.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Allen going to give it to Cook. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll run. It's Cook. And he will take this one across into the end zone. James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo. Pass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Harris. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll give it to Harris again. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way home. Najee Harris. Touchdown Steelers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll go play action here with Allen. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6. It doesn't happen often in the NFL, Mike, but there is nothing better when the entire stadium, the opposing team, everybody knows what play is coming, and they still can't stop it. Man, what a feeling for an offense, and it's exactly the case here.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Wilson to throw. He'll get that one to Patterson, complete. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
14.
Now Wilson. A throw there on second down. Going to be incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, and now he loses the football. The Bills have got it. Well, sometimes the offense tries to make a little too much happen, try to pitch it around, get an extra few yards, except they lose the ball, and the defense will take over.
Mike, you're exactly right. That is what happened here. That's just a prime example of a player just doing a little too much. Just secure the ball, get as many yards as you can, and make sure your team ends up still possessing the ball.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Play action. It's Allen. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for, and it'll bring up second down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Allen leading the Bills to the line for this two-point try. Now, this looks like a design run. Now, a loose football. One of the Steelers has it. A big hole. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way back. It's a fumble return for 2 points for the defense. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now Wilson on first down. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Rasul Douglas. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Throwing now. Allen here on first down. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Allen leading the Bills to the line for this two-point try. In motion, Shakir. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep, pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. Lots of space, past the 45. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Bills. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. You did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Well, it is time for some football here in Pittsburgh as Chris Boswell readies and sends this flying. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. This ball's cut by Pickens. And that's good for a gain of 5. Deshaun Elliott with that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup to about the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
King, Phil King. Hey. Hey.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Hurt sets up to throw it. That is caught. Finding room at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Jahan Dotson, 49 yards. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. A first carry for Najee Harris. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now a first down carry for Harris. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner. But to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throwing is Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth, 38 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll run it again with Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here? Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. They go play action with Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. An audible here to get a new look. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Play action. Now Wilson. Here's Freiermuth again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. He's airing it out for Williams. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
63, 63, 63.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll throw now on the final play. This is Smith with a grab. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They hand this off to Harris. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Play action. It's Wilson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force an incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. flush to his right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards. And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Hurts steps away. This is caught. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes it.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he gets it down to the 32. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Running left, it's Warren. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Warren will try the right side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Ooh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Harris going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This is 3rd and goal. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Here's 2nd down.
Hey, 73, 70, hey.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2.
Hey, Silver.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
Ah, what a time for a lapse defensively. That turns this game right on its ear. And now, forget about going fast. They might want to take the air out a little bit and force the defense to use some timeouts.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, alert!
Now Wilson. That's going to be caught. It's Austin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone?
So it's the Steelers who will have the first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 81 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the give, it's Warren. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's a touchdown run of 30 yards. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This will be caught by Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense, because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. So he's able to take it in from 3 yards out. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. Hurts will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.